On the show today, I was able to link up with a great friend of mine, a great individual, Lamar Wilson. He's a motivational speaker. He's a husband. He's an author. He's many different things. He's got a tremendous story to share with us today. Just how he went through some things and how he was able to turn those things around and how those things influenced him and shaped and molded his life to be what it is today. Lamar, welcome to the show. Welcome to Improvising with Craven Dewitt. Please tell me and the video, those individuals that will get a chance to look at this video and listen to it a little bit more about yourself.
Thank you for having me. First, I want to just thank you for having me. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, like you said, I love the intro, man. Like, yeah, like to me, again, like you said, I grew up in Queens, Astoria, New York. One parent background, 3 brothers, 3 sisters. In the projects, it was common to us seeing just a one parent in the household. It was very rare if you saw a 2-parent background, in an apartment building, where I'm from. And just growing up, I grew up in the 80s. So to me, I was a baby when the drug era hit New York, hit the States. I was born in it. And, my brothers was raised in it. So they, and then my father, so he was already old, he's an older man, so he, that era is flowing, that wave is there, so instead of my father doing a 9 to 5, getting around this thing that is blowing up, he became an addict to it. My brothers were selling it, so I was young. So as I was growing up, I was seeing the drug addicts. I was seeing the dope fiends. I was seeing the drug dealers. I was seeing all this stuff. So growing up, I seen all this stuff happen all, in front of me. Going to school, going down the stairs. I lived on the 2nd floor. Going down the stairs and seeing fiends, knocked out in the staircase, don't know if they dead or alive. They hide, they at the moon. Walking in the household, my brothers doing their thing. And, my mom, she got 7 kids. How much can she keep a hold of, my older brothers? So what she focused on was keeping a hold of her baby. Her baby. Listen, I can't control them. As much as I want to, I can't, but I can control you. And that's what I was raised on. People say, "Oh, you're mama's boy." Like, no, the reason why I am who I am today is because of my mom. If my mom didn't keep me close, I'd probably be in jail. I'd probably be on the block. I probably, the life I have now, I can guarantee you by looking at my friends, I thank my mother for making me a mama's boy.
Yeah. So I know you were saying something about your brothers kind of getting involved into the drug game, kind of getting involved into that I guess that negative rough side, what I'm saying, and you being the youngest child, I know that played a great influence on the things you were seeing and on your mindset and the things that you thought probably were right, but they were so wrong. So let's kind of like what did that do to you? Like coming up, did you continue along on your path to school, or what I'm saying, what happened along with as far as your education and all those things that took place?
Growing up in that household, I seen my brothers go in and out of jail. I seen my brothers, bag up. I see all this stuff as a kid, a teenager. I seen this. I used to go to school smelling like weed. I used to, and thank God they made Febreze, because I used to Febreze like I was cologne.
Yeah.
Growing up in that household, that mentality, just you got to walk outside and see it, and then you got to come into the house and see it. So I'm trapped in this box. No matter where I go, I have drugs. And down the stairs, in the house, upstairs, because that's all we seen. That's all that was provided. the 9 to 5s, you can go get a 9 to 5. We're talking the 90s. You go get a 9 to 5, and that's cool. But you got the guy on the block that's making triple the amount. You know, while you do that 9 to 5, he made that like in an hour or two.
Exactly.
So to my brother, it's like, you know, like, yo, I'm out here doing this. I ain't working for no man. You know, and so I had to have a strong mindset to see what was past it. And growing up, I would never leave the projects. I would never get on a train. I would never go past, unless I was with my mom. But when I realized there was stuff outside of the projects, people, things that wasn't drugs, that had nothing to do with drugs, you know, food. Like there was so much stuff outside of the projects that when I came home or when I walked through the house, a depression just always took over me. That depression walking in the house, or you know, or always spending about $60, $70 on cologne because you're so embarrassed to go to school because I'm sharing a room with my brothers and I got to go to school. The girls, oh, you smell so good, you smell good, but they don't know I'm covering up what's really happening at home. And you know, seeing I got to a point where I used to say I don't got brothers because they were never home. They were always locked up.
Wow.
So to me, it was like, I don't have that. One, I don't have the male figure of a father in my household. Two, I don't have the male figures of brothers because I'm the baby boy. I can't go to one of my brothers because they doing their thing. So what do I resort to? I either resort to the streets or I can resort to music, movies. Again, going back to, it's not like I had like an uncle or someone that's on distance I can have that conversation with or go to. Again, I'm in this box. So I would just watch TV. I would just listen to music. And I would listen to the Jay-Z's, the DMX's, the guys that's like, they got the lifestyle. Yeah, they come from the drug era and they sold drugs. But you know what? I like how they dress. Oh, they got the girl. Okay, I can cut out some of the stuff that they did or they doing and focus on what I like. Oh, he dressed nice. He got the Jordans, or he got these. So I focus my life around that until I started selling weed. When I started selling weed, I had to step back because I got locked up twice. And I'm like, yo, do I really want this? Like, your father died from this. Your brothers is in and out of jail from this. Like, yo, do you really want this? Is this really what you want? If this is what you want, keep doing it. But this is where you're going to land. Like, this is that light at the tunnel. This is the light. Or you get the other light. And that light is up in heaven. So either way, however you look at it, it's nothing. There's no great point ending to this. And I had to tell myself. And I remember I got locked up. I was sitting there. I wasn't doing nothing. It was a couple days before my birthday. I got locked up. My sister was supposed to take me to the movies for my birthday. And cops pulled right behind us. And they saw weed particles on the floor, the Dutch Masters and stuff. I'm going back. This is 80s, 2000s we're talking. I mean, not 80s, sorry, 90s, 2000. And they locked me up. I wasn't even doing that. Got locked up. And when I remember calling my mom, but I remember how tight those cuffs were. I would never want to put my hand, I would never want that again. And I remember calling my mom and telling her, and she couldn't believe it. And then all of a sudden the stories come out. Oh, well, he sell weed, or he out there with the boys.
Exactly.
You know, and then seeing her cry. I promise you, I gave everything I had, I gave it away. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. I'm not repeating that cycle anymore. I'm not doing this. I see what happens. I'm good on it. I'm good.
Wow. So just kind of, you kind of saw yourself going down the same path as your brothers were. And it's, potentially